Yo, welcome to today's class. It's going to be a very electric class session, and we're going to be basically breaking down today on how to be approaching the stock market and approaching any market trade, like as a full-time trader, as a professional, right? So before we get into today's class session, and we have about 40 people here like on the live stream, and this is going to be a very interactive session. So I hope you all have your notes ready. I hope you're ready to engage and ask questions. And we're going to be getting into a lot of game today, right? Now, before we jump into today's session for today's class, real quick. I want to ask you guys a quick question. So, if you guys feel like you're at the stage right now to your trading career where you're like a beginner, I want you to put a one into the chat. If you feel like you're kind of past that beginning stage, you're kind of getting into like the more advanced level, you're kind of beginning to understand things, more often, you're kind of being more experienced there. Go ahead and put a two for me in the chat. And if you feel like, listen, bro, I got to take my own trades, I'm just growing my psychology and I'm trying to get better, go ahead and put a three for me into the chat. Okay, I'm seeing ones, 1.5s, twos, thank the Lord. Seeing 11. 11 mean that you should be on the movie Wolf of Wall Street. We need to be sponsoring you right there, all right? 11. 11. I'm about to give you my money and just say, go make me some bread. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. All right. Okay, so I'm seeing threes, ones, twos. So we have people from every levels. Ones, twos, threes. Okay. Okay then. Okay then. Well, look, in today's class session, guys, this is going to be catered for ones, twos, and threes, right? And we hope that after this session, be able to feel confident to make like that transition from being at a one to a two, or from a two to a three, because we're going to actually be breaking down exactly like how to be approaching the market. And real quick, I'm about to share my screen right now, but how many of y'all are pretty familiar with the terms BDA? Y'all put a one in the chat if you're familiar with BDA, and put a two if you're not familiar with BDA. Okay, I'm gonna move this over so I have some more space. Okay, see ones, twos. Okay, ones, twos, ones. Okay, okay then. Well, look, we're about to get today, guys. I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. If y'all don't like to eat food, that's tough because today we about to cook. All right, we ain't leaving nothing behind. Seasoning, everything gonna be here. Right, so what is BDA, right? So BDA is a term that I use and I study basically every single day when I'm trading as a professional trader, right? I was trading for about 6 years, and it's important to know these three different words and what they mean. So B means before, D means during, and A means after. And we're gonna be getting into some bonuses, right? So I want to ask you guys a question, and I want everyone to put their, like statements into the chat. But let's start first with the before, right? If you want to trade as a full-time day trader, you need to have a systemized plan, a set of rules, right? Trading essentially is a way to escape your job, but at the same time, don't forget that it is a job, right? If you disrespect the market, you will get fired. And you know what? You're firing yourself because you're the only person who's responsible for your finances and for your uplifting of your career, right? Also during. Now, during is after you have the before down pat. What am I doing during the market? Like, what am I doing during like to make the money and get to the bag? And then after is obviously what am I doing to relinquish my skill sets and make sure I'm actually like approaching the market after I'm done and getting better every single day, right? So, first question I'm gonna ask you guys. What are some things, and you can just go ahead and put into the chat, but what are some things that you know that you should be doing before the market is open? So if you're talking about trading in Central Time, the market's open from 8:30 a.m. Oh my goodness. It's open right here from 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. CST. So what are some things that you guys are doing? Let's say like between 7 a.m. to about 8:30. I'm gonna see what y'all are saying in the chat right now. I can go ahead and just free fall. I mean like free fall, I'll go ahead and answer the questions. All right. Daily bias. Okay, let me write this for you. Let me write that. All right. Daily bias. Hold on. Let me this. Y'all already cooking, man. Hold on. Daily bias. Daily bias. Pre-market checklist. Yep. All right. Checklist. Looking at that falls to checklist. Looking at upcoming news. Okay. Highs and lows. Yeah, that falls to the daily bias in your checklist. There's a few other things, guys. Like this should be a list right here, but I'm let you guys think before I butt in with my answers. I want you guys to think and make sure y'all can get the time to like expand and kind of express what you believe, like how you should believe, like you should be approaching the market, right? Look at you up, yep. Creating a watch list, Marisol. That's why I'll say creating a watch list. Yep, yep. Falls on your checklist. Anything else, guys? Anything else that we want to add here, guys? Anything else? There's a few things that we're looking at. All right, someone said news. Yep, I like it. I like it. I like it. Morning routine. Come on, man. The market says it's important to ticket to the money. Yes. Morning routine. Praying. Yes. Mental preparation. I love it. Trading is more than just the charts. It's about what you do as a person and you building yourself, as you're getting more into trading. Okay. Right. Okay. Anybody else, guys? Anything else? Well, let me go ahead and add some things for you guys right here, right? We have one, defining your trading plan. All right, having a trading plan before going into the market is equally important than trading in the market, right? You need to have a plan before you start trading, so then you're trading, you're not just running around like a chicken with the hair cut off, right? Another thing, setting your alerts. Very, very important. How many of y'all set your alerts whenever you're trading? Put a one to the chat if you do, put a two if you don't. And it's okay if you don't. Let's just be transparent today. If y'all put alerts whenever you're trading. And if you're unfamiliar, setting alerts allows you to basically look at the market when it hits a certain key level. So you're not watching the market for 12 hours a day because you know exactly which key levels in the market should make a move once it gets tapped. Okay. I see twos, I see ones. Anybody else? Okay. So we also have assessing market structure, which is kind of in the mix of daily bias, right? But I think it's a completely other scenario when you really look at it by itself. Right. Do y'all want me to keep going or like do y'all want to butt in here? Because I mean, I can keep going. This class isn't going to be for too long. I want y'all to get the game down, right? Everything down, right? He said, go. All right. Checking out news slash events, right? For the week, like FOMC. We have FOMC tomorrow. It's important to know about that. Okay. Pre-market analysis, obviously. All right. We also have back testing. Y'all should be back testing before the market opens sometimes. So you can be seeing how the market is moving. Basically, back testing is kind of, let's say I'm looking at a stock, right? And I want to see how it's moving for the day. I'm doing my bias, everything like that. I want to see how did this stock move the past prior days. So if I'm trading it today, for example, I have a clue of how the price action has been moving for the week. So I'm not surprised and I'm not like, caught by surprise in the market, right? So there's a few other things that I should be doing before. For me, the most important here is in morning routine, which is obviously praying, journaling and stuff for the day. If you eat food in the morning, go ahead. Me personally, I ain't eating until I make that some money. Personally, I ain't looking at food until I'm done trading for the day, right? So everyone's routine is different, right? I feel like having a physical win is important, going to the gym, spiritual win. If you're religious, praying, I think that's very important to have the higher power who's guiding you in everything you're doing. Mental win, listen to some jazz music, right? Don't be putting on NBA Young Boy in the morning, right? Put on some of that Sade, some of that Cleo Soul, some of that Anita Baker. Right? I can keep going, but let's for time purposes, let's go ahead and get into the next one, right? So, what are some things that you guys believe that we should be doing during the market is open? You can go ahead and put into the chat. What are some things that y'all feel like we should add for during the market's open? What do y'all think? You can go ahead and put into the chat for us. Okay. I see being patient, 15-minute orb. Okay, okay. Let me start writing some stuff here. Yes, I like that. Like that. So for patience, I'll say practicing mindfulness because that extends to discipline, patience, everything. Checking any two stocks that follow Raul, I like that, but I'm looking for something very specific, and I feel like you're really close to it. I feel like you're really, really close to it. There is correct, right? Marking the highs. Oh, I messed that up. Marking the highs and lows. Yep. Marking highs, lows. Okay. Yep. Yep. Analyzing time frames, multi time frames. Yep. Waiting for setups. Patiently wait for setups. Okay. I love that. I love that, David. Yes. Marking, and I'm gonna put this in specific, marking significant, can I not type today? Significant FEGs. There's so many FEGs, but you gotta mark these significant ones. Okay. Looking for confluences, yes. Looking for confluences. Okay. And SMTs. I'll just put that in the same thing. Oh, that's too long. Pause. All right, look for SMTs. Okay. Too many clothes or chips, different. Yes, yes, Angel. That's exactly what I was looking for. I believe that's what you were saying. So I'm just gonna assume that. Yes. Analyzing, analyzing ETFs. Wow. Also watching small companies. I believe that's what you were saying, right, Angel? If I'm not mistaken, right? I had to just make sure. All right, yes. Watching for change of characters slash market structure shifts. Okay. Identify and draw liquidities. I love it. I love it, Moya. I love it. That's the first time someone mentioned the liquidity sweep, right? Even in pre-market, I'm supposed to be looking for liquidity sweeps too. So I'm gonna add that right there, right? I'm gonna add that also, right? Identifying liquidity sweeps, specifically identifying pre-market sweeps. Okay, guys, anything else that y'all want to add here? Anything else? Fibonacci's, yes, that's part of the morning and a part of yes, right. Adding fib, I like it. I like it. Determining position sizing, that's great. You know what? That's great. Determining position sizing. There is some good stuff depending on the. That's just a good point, bro. Because you want to be determining your position sizing before the market, but also during the market. If the market has good volume or not will also depend if I'm taking a heavier size or I'm taking a lighter size. So that's a good one. All right, guys. Anything else? Anything else that like I want to add before I butt in here? You know me. We butted in on some nonsense. You know what I mean? Not nonsense, but butting in and just being like, all right, well, let's go. Also waiting for retest. This is probably a big one, right? Waiting for a retest is like it's like waiting for the bus stop. You miss the bus stop, you gotta go catch the next bus. And that might happen later, right? So don't miss your bus stop, right? Setting clear TP levels, TP and stop loss levels. And guys, this class is probably very important because we're gonna also be breaking down like exactly like I'm gonna show my screen and I'm gonna actually break down how to set the charts in real time, like before, during, and after. So you're not gonna be surprised. We're trading every single day. Because some people, if you guys feel like the live trading calls is pretty easy for y'all to follow along, put a one in the chat. And if you feel like it's still like a little bit difficult for you right now, go to put a two for me right quick. Okay. 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 Ones and two. Okay, cool. So also another thing I'm going to add is being aware of your alerts, right? Because it makes no point for you to have alerts if you're not being aware of what's happening at those alerts and then executing as those alerts are being hit. So you can actually use trading as a more passive income stream, less of a super duper active income stream as well, right? Also, I'm going to put it here just more firm, but using SPY slash QQQ as a catalyst for your trades or to trade tech stocks, right? A catalyst is going to be like using SPY or QQ as like your mother, to determine what's happening for the market, how the market is moving, right? So obviously, so we have the, practicing mindfulness that includes your emotional control, right? Identifying trends, finding trends, also identifying incoming trend lines. Trend lines are going to be helping a lot of y'all make a bag. You can see the during part extends far. The before is very important, but you need to always extend far, right? That's what you wanted. Got it. I'm confused, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. All right. So now also having a clear risk management plan and obeying it. Having a clear risk management plan and obeying it. And I hope that we're not scaring you guys. We're showing you every single thing that you should be doing before and during, but typically as a human, these things are happening within seconds, within minutes. Like we're looking at things, but having it clear as day in front of you is very important to us. You're actually not going to be surprised whenever you're like in the market, right? This here, guys, is super important, right? Identifying if we're in a scalp, ranging, or trendy market, right? Because sometimes people are putting all their money in the market when the market's chopping chicken, chopping cheddar, Parmesan cheese. That's not how you make money. That's how you lose it, right? You want to put your money into the market when there's more volume and you're in more of a trendier market and a trendier market cycle, right? Um, Now, also another thing, we already put the draw the FEGs, right? Like another time. Yes, cool, cool, cool. Now, what else can I have here? I have some notes here, guys. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was excited for this class. I feel like everybody needs information. All right. So boom. I feel like from there, we kind of have everything, right? Do you guys have, and I want you to actually ask yourself this question. You don't have to put it into the chat. But whenever you're trading, like whenever you're trading, do you have a clear plan when it comes to entering a trade? And do you have a clear plan when it comes to exiting a trade? Because that's going to be super duper important. I want you to just think about that for a second. Do you have a clear plan upon entering a trade and exiting the trade? All right. And I want you to actually answer it now because I want you to just think about it, right? Creating a clear plan for entries and exits. Another thing is knowing when to walk away. Another thing is having a clear daily goal. All right. So, okay. The stop loss is clear. Sometimes keeping your mental in check. Don't trade with emotions. No chasing them greedy. Exactly. Okay. So, guys, before we kind of bombard you guys with a bunch more information, let's just kind of do a quick little, checkup, right? Let's go ahead and just restate where we are and kind of like what to expect for this market. So, we covered before and during. Before, daily buys, creating a checklist, having a proper morning routine, right? Very, very important. Creating a stock watch list, mental preparation, defining your trading plan for the day, setting some alerts, assessing market structure, checking the news, checking the events. You can go to forexfactory.com so you can see that, right? You can also go to finviz.com to see the news for stocks within the day, right? Doing back testing, identifying pre-market liquidity. So guys, did we miss anything? But we did miss also setting up your trading view charts, which we're going to do together. Optimized for day trading. All right. And then during, we had a whole lot of things, right? Practicing your mindfulness, just being patient, being calm, being disciplined, obviously, marking your highs and your lows in real time, analyzing multiple time frames in real time. So whenever you're trading, don't just stick on the 5 minute time frame. No, go to the 3 minute time frame. Go to the 4 hour time frame. See how we're moving in terms of the whole market. Patiently waiting for setups. That means we're waiting for a retracement. I'm waiting for an FEG to be created. I'm waiting for a significant level of liquidity to get rated so I can look for an entry, right? Marking these significant fair value gaps. There's a ton of fair value gaps, but you want to always be marking these significant gaps, right? Looking for confluences, looking for an SMT. You know what an SMT is? I'm gonna quickly show you what an SMT is. So SMT is very, very simple to understand. It is simply like when I'm looking at the dang, oops, the same thing. Well, when I'm looking at the market, for example, right? The two stocks that typically run the tech market is QQQ and SPY, right? So whenever you're trading, guys, it's very important to have both of these companies on your trading view chart at the same time at all times. Because typically what happens is both of these assets should typically be moving the same way every single day. So typically, if SPY is going up in price, so should QQQ and so should the rest of the tech companies. If QQ is going to go up in price, so should SPY, right? So whenever you're trading, it's important to be watching the price action of both of these companies, right? Now, what do you guys notice happening here on SPY, literally just today? So SPY had a really clean move here to the upside, right? Literally right here, by like what? Right here, look at this. By right here at 9 o'clock today, SPY literally took out our pre-market high sitting right there. And we also made a strong move to the upside, right? But at the same time, what do you notice happened to our QQQ at 9 o'clock? This thing is still struggling. It hasn't made any significant moves to the upside. Therefore, there's a little bit of an SMT being built here between SPY and QQQ. So SPY came here and took out these pre-market highs right here already, right? But QQQ, their pre-market highs is way up here. They're not even close to pre-market highs. That being said, because there's an SMT between SPY and QQQ, that's telling you one or two things. Either QQQ is basically is lagging right now behind SPY and then needs to pick up the volume so it could eventually come right here and take out our pre-market highs as you kind of see it happen right there, right? Or it's telling you that, hey, SPY right now made a significant move to the upside, and because QQQ is nowhere near our pre-market highs, SPY could be coming back to the downside. But because we're in a bullish market today, kind of close by our all-time highs, when SPY was right here, right, and we have our pre-market highs sitting right here, right? We took out our pre-market highs, as you can see, right here on SPY, and QQQ's pre-market highs were sitting way up here. Now, because SPY been took out our pre-market highs at 9 o'clock, what do you feel like QQQ had to do for this SMT? Because it had to follow behind price of SPY as it was lagging. You guessed it. Look at this. QQ today, it chopped and had a strong movement right here, closing cleanly above my pre-market highs. So in this moment right here, I want you to think about an SMT as it's an opportunity for you to be looking at a stock that's potentially lagging and it's giving you an opportunity to see the future of where this company could be going in a shorter time frame spectrum. So today in the market, you notice that SPY had great volume, right? QQQ, I don't know what they were doing today. They were chopping crazy right here until they finally broke out. But once you notice that SPY has cooked above my pre-market highs right here, while QQQ is still lagging, you can identify as QQQ could be a possible opportunity for you to take it into the upside due to it being lagging in nature compared to SPY and compared to the overall market structure. So when you're trading, I always, and this screen, guys, is like, condensed for y'all today. But whenever I'm trading, especially guys during part here of today's class, you want to be making sure your trading view charts are properly set up in price and ready to trade for the day. So if you have a laptop or something like that, ideally you want to use TradingView and you want to be on the $19 program minimum, and you could basically have 4 stocks in your chart at once. And why it's important to have 4 stocks? And does anybody know why it's important to have 4 stocks here at once? Father, everybody know. I'm over asking questions and I'm ready to answer them 2 seconds later. What type of questions are those? Well, the reason why it's important to have 4 stocks on your chart. I know some of y'all answer right now. Yep, more eyes, stomach, exactly. Because look, I can have 4 stocks right here. I could have the main ETF, SPY, QQQ, IWM, and let's say I'm trading like Google for the day, right? I could put Google down here. So I could watch the price action of SPY, QQQ, and IWM and use that in correlation while I'm trading tech companies like QQQ and Google, right? And I could also do like this. I could open up another trading view tab and I could do the same exact thing. I could put 4 charts right here as well. So now I could put Robinhood, I could put Tesla, I could put AMD, I could put NVIDIA, right? And I can repeat this process as many times as I want to. And the benefit about doing this, guys, if you want to trade full time and as a professional, guys, I'll write this down. Do not cheap your education. Right? TradingView is your biggest asset right now. I was talking to someone earlier today. They were like, yo, Ryan, can I just log in with your email so I could use multiple charts? I'm like, bro, you trying to read my emails? And on top of that, you don't want to put $19 into one of the most important assets into your trading career, which is TradingView. Don't be afraid to invest into your education. because these charts right here is going to pay you some money if you treat it the right way. That being said, I recommend getting just a $19 plan. You don't have to get the year if you don't want to, if you're not committed. But the $19 plan allows you to have multiple charts here. It also allows you to do bar replay like this. So you can actually see what happened in the stock and do your back testing, which is very important to see, like, how did the company actually move in retrospect? So these assets by itself is very important. Not only that, but you're also able to have, like, I think unlimited indicators, which is important. On the free plan, I think you have like 2 or 3 indicators, so you can kind of have a lot more access. And I'm not getting paid to promote TradingView, but it's $19. I think it's a benefit to use like all these benefits here from TradingView. So I'm going to also add that to my list, right? Before have indicators ready, and we'll kind of cover all that. All right. So far, guys, we went ahead and covered what to do before the market, setting up these key things right here, also during, and we gave you guys a glimpse into how to approach the market, right? So whenever you're trading, I want you to go write this down, right? After you're doing your daily bias, your daily checklist, you have your watch list. So if you don't have a watch list, guys, put a 1 into the chat. If you do, put a 2 for me, because I just want to make sure if y'all have a watch list, right? So after you have your watch list, you have a daily bias, you have your daily checklist for the day. You know what you're looking for. You know what you're looking at for the day, right? All right, I see some ones, I see some twos. Okay, 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 okay. So if y'all don't have a watch list, I'm gonna tell y'all to take a quick screenshot here of this page. But the most important thing, guys, is after y'all have these things set up, guys, take a picture of this for me if you can. This is like some of the top companies I watch basically every single day. There's a few more that I would add here, but this is definitely a good start for your main companies to watch for the day and everything like that. Very important. Take a screenshot. All right, so now after you have that done, before the market opens, guys, don't roll out of bed and just start trading. Nah, that's not how it works. Are y'all gonna have a test for the day for school and just roll out of bed without studying and just hop on a test? No, y'all probably getting your Meta Ray-Ban glasses with the little camera on it. Y'all putting ChatGPT on it so you can, yeah. Y'all thought I didn't know? No, I'm just playing. But seriously, like, don't just wake up in the morning, roll out of bed, and start trading. Although you can make money doing that, and it's not hard to do your bias as the market's open, but preferably, I would say, I'm gonna write it right here for you guys. Your pre-market analysis typically should start no later than like 8 to 10 or 8:15, right? That's the apps. If you have experience, all right, 8:15 is pushing it because you have 15 minutes to analyze the market, see the news for the day, see your daily bias, your daily checklist, set up your alerts, see which companies took out swing highs or swing lows, see which companies are in key levels of liquidity, right? You need like at least 20 minutes to do that, right? So sometimes people will do backwards back testing. They'll hop on the trade and then undo their daily bias after. Bro, some people will hop in a trade and then they go check to see if there's news in 10 minutes. They'll hop on a trade and then they'll go ahead and see their TP levels and their stop loss levels. Bro, some people will hop into a trade, right? And then they will go analyze and go identify trend lines. Hey, if that's you a little bit, don't be shy. Put a 1 to the chat because look, we all been there before. Look, this is why we graduate, right? We start somewhere and then we graduate, right? We start at a certain level and then we get higher and higher, right? All right. I see some ones. Okay. Some of y'all are probably sitting there like, damn, I ain't calling you out, but I ain't about to say nothing about it. Like, you good. We see you. The trading lords see you too, So be honest. Okay. So this is the thing. If y'all want to make it as a trader, this list of items I have right here is non-negotiable. Like, you really need to be approaching the market the right way, and before you even trade, you need to be having a proper goal plan session. I mean, we're going to go through all this in a second. I don't want to take up too much of y'all's time today. So now the next thing, what do you guys believe that we should be doing? And y'all can just put into the chat. What are some things that y'all believe that we should be doing basically after the market is closed and like, after we're done trading for the day? What are some few things y'all think we should be putting here? Let me see what y'all are suggesting. Okay, I like it. I like it, D'Amico. Back testing, journaling. Okay. Anything else? Let me start writing them right here for y'all right quick. Back testing, but back testing slash journaling. Or not even slash. My bad, y'all. And journaling. Very important. Okay. Log trades, journaling, yes. Check your emotions. I like it, Cindy. Check your, well, instead of saying check, I rate myself. So rate your emotional control during today, right? Evaluate, evaluate standpoint and profitability. Gym, right? Mental clarity. Mental. Some people don't like going to the gym. Some people like getting a glass of wine, a glass of champagne, or they like to do some other stuff, right? Maybe they want to just watch sports just to get their mind, focused. So I would say mental clarity and the gym. You thought that I wasn't including the gym? Mandatory. We ain't having no big bets. All right, in the man's chat. I'm sorry, I haven't seen. How about hold on? Let me think. I haven't seen any. I don't want to sound rude here, but I haven't seen any fat, successful, hyper successful traders. And that might be a very hard take, but it might be like on. But I'm gonna come clean with you. I've been trading for 6 years. I haven't seen anybody that I was like, yo, big, yeah, Buddy Max. This is the thing. I don't know. I don't know. I heard a thing or two. Now this is the thing. I don't talk about other people, but I don't know. I've heard some interesting stuff. All right. But look, this is the thing though. If that was, talking, to you, if you feel like you're in a situation where, my back could be a little bit, not, and my back isn't large, but my back is starting to expand a little bit. It's a good thing that we're able to, understand that and identify that, right? Kind of like the stock market, we identify that our back is getting a little bit expensive. So you know what? This is your wake up moment to start going to the gym at least 3 times a week, right? Push, pull legs, cardio twice a week. Simple, stretch, simple stuff, right? If you're, I'm gonna tell you this, right? Fitness is a direct reflection of how you view yourself. So if you look in the mirror and you believe that your back is expanding, right? It's like a balloon expanding, and you wake up and you don't do anything about it, that means that you are comfortable with an expanded back. Or you know what? Some people don't even mind being a little bit larger. There's nothing wrong with being, thick or being, a little chubby. There's nothing wrong with it, right? But if you know that you would feel better, look better, breathe better, sleep better, in a more better fitness position, look, they had cut me off right here because they knew I'm dropping too much game. You should go to the gym. Because you know what? It would directly impact your trading in a positive way, guaranteed. There's no trade-offs to go into the gym with in the stock market. There's no reverse to that. One, it helps you mentally, like you're doing a challenge, right? On your and this is another thing. This is not a fitness class, right? But if you go into the gym, y'all should not be doing, well, I'm not even a fitness trainer, right? But just from what I know, you should not be doing 15 reps. You should be doing 8 to 10 reps. And those last 2 reps, 8 to 10, should be like a push, like a failure. You know what I'm saying? Like you should be hitting like those last 2 reps should be like a burnout. Once you do that, you're gonna get veins, you're gonna get muscle density, it's called muscle intensity, right? What am I talking about? This is a trading class, but I'm just completely honest with y'all. If you want to challenge yourself in the gym, you want to push to failure. You don't want because you're telling your mind that, hey, I'm gonna fail right here, but I want to push through it, right? Whenever you're trading, what happens? You're gonna also push through setbacks. You're gonna push through shortcomings. Whenever you feel like quitting and you're one step away from being successful, being profitable, you will come back and do your notes because you're mentally already equipped in the gym with knowing what you should be doing in the gym to apply it to the market, apply it to your finances, apply it to your relationships, apply it to cleaning your room. Y'all's room should be clean too. If you want to be profitable, this is like y'all don't have to lie to me, right? I don't even want to ask y'all the question. I'm going to ask it. If you want to be profitable, coming year 2026, and your room right now isn't clean, like let today be the last day. All right, let today be the last day. Your room got to be clean. Right, your clothes got to be hung up. Right, simple stuff. Right, just make your bed, wipe a counter. It takes 2 seconds. Right, cleanliness is next to godliness. Right, trading is a direct reflection of yourself. Like people want to get to that money, get rich, get everything, but they want to leave everything else behind. They don't want to be fit. They don't want to have a clean house. They don't want to have a clean body. They don't want to eat greens and go to Chipotle. They want to go, they just want to eat ice cream and then just like bro, me personally, I cannot think if my space is unkept or untidy. So if it's one thing that we take from today's class lesson, I swear, my trading career shifted when I understood that trading is a direct reflection of yourself. Now, there is nothing wrong with eating a burger here and there. Like, come on now, let's be serious. Now, I'm not like that guy saying anti-burger, right? I'm not drinking soda though, but I will drink some alcohol every time, So there's trade-offs, right? You can have your vices, but if you're 80% there, you're 80% conscious of exactly what you need to be doing and how you should be living and how you should be approaching life. You can have 20% vices here and there. It's good to get a little glass of wine here and there. He said, I'm eating some smash burger right now, no cap. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, today I ain't having a burger, but yesterday, I can't tell you what I had. This would be a little contradicting, right? But before that, I had salada, I had chipotle, and I had some spinach, right? So it's a trade-off. Life's about balance. If you're a bad person, right, let's talk about it, y'all. If you have a partner, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, girl, boy, situationship, whatever y'all got, right? Loyalty, very important. Very important. You gotta be loyal. I don't know how this class got to this point, but I'm getting real psychological right here, guys. The smallest things in your day-to-day life will determine a decision into your trading. Split decisions, split what the fuck am I saying? Split decision actions in the trading markets will determine your success. So split decision trading actions will determine your success. That boredom trade that y'all take, how many of y'all have taken a boredom trade before and you completely regretted it later? Like just put a one to the chat or put a me. If y'all have taken a boredom trade one day, you knew that you should not be even looking at the market. You had no business trading this. You didn't see no setup. The market didn't even look clean. I just felt like taking a trade. And you know what? Later, you're like, you know what? I shouldn't have taken that damn trade. I just gave back the bulk of my profit for the day, or I get back all my profit for the day, right? Look, I see ones, me's, everything. Look, yo. And what's so psychological about this market? Like, I've been trading for 6 years now, right? So I'm only telling y'all things that I can tell you from experience. Whenever I was not in my word, I wasn't reading the Bible, I wasn't reading literature, I wasn't going to the gym consistently, I wasn't cleaning my room, I wasn't standing up for myself in my household, right? Years ago, I had a roommate. It was actually my brother, which is kind of crazy. But I realized in that moment I would never have a roommate ever again because you know what? I can't control another grown man, right? If he's not clean and I'm clean, stuff energy is contagious, right? This goes for everything, right? Energy is contagious. If your partner isn't, isn't having a drive and they don't want to be successful, and you have that drive, you might be all the way up here, but they're down here. So you got to kind of meet them down here to come out to their level. But all you want to do is meet them right here in the middle. But they might not want to do that, they don't want to move from right here to right here. So now you got to come all the way down here to meet them right here, right? That's messing up your circadian rhythm. And now you're slowly decaying the person that you think that you should actually be. You're waking up later. You're not cleaning your room. You're just eating chicken, fried chicken all day and fries. You ain't trying to go ahead and eat better. Habits are definitely contagious. So make sure as well, the people who you keep into your life have a good mindset, have a good inner core. So whenever you're getting to the bag, whatever you're doing, you don't have to cut them off. But if you gotta cut them off, look, not everybody can come with you this year, right? This season, 2026, Someone put into the chat, look, not everybody can come with me. Unfortunately, look, not everybody can come with you. And that's just a sad truth. Because you're kind of like everybody who's in this class right now, we're in a field right now where everybody wants to be successful, yet only few are successful, right? So let's say if only 10% of day traders globally become successful, are able to be a full-time trader, are able to do this full-time, retire their parents, travel whenever they want, have an unlimited stream of income, be able to invest into themselves, into properties, and change their life, right? Let's say 10%, right? So that means that 90% of people failed. So what do you feel like will separate you from the 90% of people right now? I want you to think about that. All right. Because if you actually really think about it, I'm gonna be honest, right? Do y'all know the percentage of people that can go to the NFL or the NBA? It's like 1% of people that attempt. Even people who get collegiate offers to go to colleges for free, that percentage is very slim. But going to the NFL league, 1%. Getting playing time in the league as a starter, 1% of the 1%. So look, stay with me here, right? Stay with me, right? I want you to think about it like this. If it's a 1% chance for me to go to the NFL or go to the NBA, and it's a 10% chance to become a profitable trader, these odds are adding up. Just think about that. I want you to just think about that for 1 second. 10% of traders are actually successful. So you got to actually separate yourselves from the crowd and do things differently outside of trading so you can beat those people that are doing those same things. Right? Discipline, dedication, consistency, right? Super important. Super important, right? And I think what people miss sometimes is their mindset is money, 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 money. All they want is the finances, right? So I'm gonna quickly show y'all a quick journal that I created to give you guys a little bit of a heat into like, how to approach things besides just the money. So the money can just come to you and flow to you naturally, right? You should be attracting the money, not chasing it, right? You should be building your lifestyle and not just chasing the lifestyle, right? You should be building it day by day, attracting it, right? So for me, I think it's important to have free wins for the day before we start trading. Have a spiritual win, have a mental win, and have a physical win. Spiritual, I personally spend like at least 10 to 15 minutes praying every morning. The first thing I do when I wake up, I don't even brush my teeth. Give the Lord my praise. I feel like it's important to give the Lord praise, whatever religion that you're subscribing to. Very important. Just, I mean, even if life right now isn't going the best, even if you're not in the best situation right now, financially, mentally, spiritually, whenever you're with your partner, whatever it is, like thank the Lord for waking you up today, bringing you this far into the year, keeping your family safe, keeping you healthy, just small things. And don't pray to God to make you a profitable trader. Don't pray for him to land $100 million into your bank account. Don't pray for a Lambo. Just pray for guidance. Pray for control. Pray for persistence. Pray for the grit to persevere through hard times. Pray for like the commitment in your mind to be able to overcome road bumps without being like stressed and overwhelmed. Pray for the persistence to be able to like wake up and then enjoy and start your day without having to be like, oh, like this again. Like pray for gratitude, right? I really feel like it's important for me at least to pray for something in the morning. Do a devotion, very important. And then the mental win. Oh gosh, I don't even share this often, but I always love to do a morning routine in the morning. Or I'm sorry, a breathing routine in the morning. All right, if y'all do a breathing routine, put a one into the chat. If you don't, put it two. It's all right. It's all right. Let me see who's doing that breathing routine. Or if y'all are hip to it. Do any of y'all know about this like Wim Hof breathing routine? Out of curiosity? Okay. See one. Okay, okay, okay. Well, look, some of y'all are turning into a ghost town right here. So you know what? We're gonna do an exercise today. Like some of y'all are ready for that. Today we're gonna do an exercise, right? A breathing routine. I'm gonna tell y'all what this is, right? This is like a secret, right? I swear. If any of y'all use this from today on, don't even thank me. Just thank yourself. I want you to imagine, like, do you guys know what a circadian rhythm is? Basically, you I'm not even like I'm not even qualified to tell people what they should and should not be doing. But I feel like we don't need an alarm clock. If you can wake up at the same time for a large amount of time at the same time, your body will naturally have a rhythm and it'll wake you up at the same exact time, right? And if you do simple things upon the wake up, like a routine, like a habit, right? Your body is craving this habit, right? One of the things that I do is a breathing routine. I'm gonna show it to y'all in 1 second. Basically, you wanna like you so that you have blood, so you have red blood cells in your body, right? Whenever you do a breathing routine, you're inviting oxygen every single time into all the red blood cells into your body. So, how many of y'all wake up in the morning sometimes and you're pressing the snooze on your alarm clock? All right, it's okay. Just put a one to the chat. If y'all sometimes wake up, you're like, oh, 1 more minute. You know what? Even a 3 minute nap extra is cool. Like, how many of y'all feel like that way? It's okay. All right, it's human. Because sometimes I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, wake up. I'm just like, damn. He said, no alarm clocks for years. Love it. Me every day. Got it, right? So this is the thing. Whenever you do a breathing routine in the morning, your body, you're inviting the oxygen into your body and it's looking forward to feeling that air and it naturally wakes you up and it starts and begins your day for the day. On top of that, it expands your vocal cords in the morning. You're inviting oxygen to basically expand your vocal cords. So if your job or your business, like whatever it is, or even you doing like whatever it is that you do, if you want to speak with more authority, more depth, and more like bass in your voice, that's gonna invite oxygen into your body. If you do that every single day, you will be like on a singing level. You'll be able to sing like Drake. And I'm sorry, I can't promise that. But what we're gonna do, guys, I want everybody to lock in, y'all. I want everybody to lock in. Guys, real quick, guys, let's just do a quick pause, right? Quick pause. Boom. If everybody, real quick, guys, I know that everybody has like their camera off, but if you want to turn your camera on, feel free. I want everybody to just real quick, guys, just sit up straight, right quick, back straight, real quick. Come here. We're here. All right, back straight. If I could just have like a straight posture in your back, like keep your back straight, real quick. All right. What we're gonna do, real quick, guys, we're gonna do a quick breathing routine. Right. I want everyone to join me. If you're in the car, park your car, whatever. You're in the chair, just back straight, everything right. What we're gonna do is a breathing routine together, right? Now, ready? So yeah, we're gonna be breathing in through our nose and in through our mouth and out through our mouth. And I want you to hear what this caveman guy is saying.
Hi guys, welcome. This is a guided reading session. Relax to the deepest.
Real quick. Hold on. I know y'all heard me say back up and lock in. Some of y'all haven't done it yet. This is your sign to actually do it. This help a lot of people do it. Like, I swear. Like, really good.
Lie down, sit down, whatever it takes. Relax. Are you ready? Here we go. Round number 1. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Just go with the flow of the breath. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. Into the belly, into the chest, and let go. Like a wave. Make it circular. Fully in and letting go. Just keep on going. No pause between inhalation and exhalation.
All right, let's pause for a second, guys. He goes for like 30, but he's tripping, I ain't gonna lie. I do about 15. After that, I'm a little lightheaded, y'all. How y'all feeling right now? Because we're not done. How y'all feeling right now, right? This right here, guys, if you do this every single morning, I swear to you, you will literally, your body will naturally love it. Like, it will crave that oxygen early in the morning, and you will never feel like, alarm snooze. Like, you will wake up and love it, right? Guys, this is the next part. Make sure y'all tapped in. Ready? Ready? Let's go. And guys, last thing, whenever you're breathing, like, breathe in Look up like this, breathe out. Like that. Like be overdo it. And now we're gonna hold it.
Last one. Fully in and let go. All right. 1
Hold
minute
it.
breath hold from now on. Be in this moment. Let the body do what the body is capable of doing. Be aware of your heartbeat. Slow it down and just be in this moment.
Hold it, hold it.
Let that relaxation spread down to your toes, into your fingertips, to the base of your neck and head. You are almost there. Do you want to prolong your breath hold? Pause the video now and continue when you feel the urge to breathe. Okay, recovery breath in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in and hold for 15 seconds.
After this part, yo, I'm gonna come clean. I don't know what he's talking about, bro. I feel lightheaded. Man, I just woke up. I feel good. How do some of y'all feel right now? Let me know below. How do y'all feel after that routine? And then be honest. How y'all feel right now after this routine? Let me see what y'all think. He said I had to breathe. Then Ryan almost took me out. I want to kill my students, y'all. Chill. I almost just died. That was no joke. I feel high. I had to breathe, bruh. Cover 2 seconds, rejuvenated. I can hold my breath for mad long. I got dopamine rush, light. I feel good, lightheaded for sure, relaxed. I'm out of shape, chill for real, relax, right? Yo, that routine, guys. Imagine that. Look, imagine this, right? I just want you to imagine this, right? Imagine as soon as you wake up in the morning, you pray, you put on some jazz music, you listen to some smooth vibes, cool vibes. You go outside somewhere. I personally like to do it outside somewhere. Find a bench, you have a balcony, that's cool. If not, you could do it like in your couch, whatever. And then you do that breathing routine in the top of the morning. Like before you open up your phone, you open up Instagram, you open up Reels, you open up TikTok. You don't want to look at a screen first thing in the morning. You want to pray, give gratitude, write out affirmations, do a breathing routine. Yo, your body's circadian rhythm, you untouchable, yo, untouchable. From that point on, you literally like your whole body should feel like a little numb, like your mind. Like you should feel a little bit lightheaded. That's a good thing. That basically means that you have a surplus of oxygen going into your red blood cells, and now your capillaries are now like inflamed. So now you're kind of your mind is like a little bit like sedated a little bit. You should feel like a little high, a little bit lightheaded, and after that moment, you immediately are locked in, and you should immediately lock in. The worst thing that you should do after that is open up TikTok. After your breathing routine, I recommend you to start going to a journal, start writing down your goals for the day, or write some affirmations, right? Because you're in a flow state of mind. You're in a really good state of mind where you feel naturally like, damn, like I'm ahead of my day, I'm ahead of my class, and I'm better than the people over there. The people over there, they wake up, they're probably still sleeping. We call them boys zipper face. They got the dead skin on their pillow on the zipper, all of the drool on their face. They like just woke up. They're not even awake yet. We woke up, we prayed, did the breathing routine. See what I'm saying? We're better than them. And when I say them, I mean like your old self. Because your old self, we all were scrollers, top of the morning, Instagram, Facebook, Reels, YouTube. So we want to be better than where we were last year. We want to be better in 2026 than where we were in 2025, right? We want to get better every single day. So I did a routine for y'all to really like lock in and like feel like, damn, like I actually want to leave this class with something. How many of y'all feel like you left this class with something so far? Like, the class is almost over, but how many of y'all feel like you like, or like put a W or fire into the chat? You feel like you're like leaving this class with something new. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, spam W in the chat for us quick, y'all. Exactly. Exactly. And this is exactly what we do, man. We're not just focused on trading. We're focused on the mindset of what it really takes to be a profitable trader. Like, guys, I just showed you one thing that I do right now, and I've shared this like once or twice, maybe. But low key, you know, some of the best things that profitable traders do, they kind of gatekeep their sauce. I call that meditation, right? Everyone meditates in a different way. I don't do the whole kumbaya. I'm gonna sit crisscross applesauce. Life is good. Positive affirmations. Da 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 da. Kumbaya. Life is just great. Nah, I want to challenge my red blood cells in my body to expand and my vocal cords to expand. I want to be able to speak with depth. I want to be able to go to any room and they be like, who's talking? And you should be able to do the same thing. Or even if you're talking to yourself. And yeah, like you said, it always starts with the mindset. If you can build a simple routine and you don't cheat on it, what happens in that mirror trading? You have a simple trading plan, you're not gonna cheat on it. You feel like taking a boredom trade, you know what? You're gonna punch your computer for even thinking that. No, I'm just playing. But simply, like seriously, like you feel like taking a boredom trade, you're thinking about all the discipline that you're doing before the market, during the market, and after the market. I'm not taking that trade. There isn't enough volume. I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna go to a restaurant. I'm gonna go enjoy the money and the fruits of my labor. When you build a routine and you don't cheat on it, like I said, trading is a direct reflection of yourself. So if you feel like right now in your personal life you're struggling with like trust issues, right? Let's say if you have a partner, for example, you don't trust him doing this, you don't trust her doing that, right? Or let's say like, hey, like I want to do all this and he shouldn't do all this or shouldn't do all this. Those things will go deeply into your trading career. Like how you approach the market is deeply embedded on how you approach your own personal life and your own personal self. So I always do a routine like top of the morning because I don't want to have guesswork here. Like whenever I'm late to the market sometimes, how many of y'all see me come to the market late at like 8:40 sometimes or 8:45? Like let's just put a one to the chat, right? Because I'm just be transparent today. She said, me, right? So this typically happens one of two reasons, right? Either one, I firmly believe that, hey, this market, give it 15 minutes to open before you take any type of trades. Or two, I feel like I started my day on time, but something in my routine, I haven't been able to do it yet. Like your routine should be like clockwork to you. Like you should take it so serious. Like if anybody try to mess up your routine, dude, like you gotta tell them to just to find something safe to do. Cause now you're playing with my kindness, now you're trying to play with me and my nah. Like find something, go play with someone else, not play with me. Your routine should be like a daily thing. Like whenever you're 50, 60, 70 years old, your life is gonna be at a certain spot where money isn't gonna be the most important thing for you no more. It's about how healthy have I kept myself throughout my 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, and 60s up until this point right now. Are you healthy? Are you been in the gym? Are you practicing good breathing for your respiratory system, right? We're gonna all have breathing issues at some point in time, sadly, right? But if you're building a routine right now, what is the percentage chance that whenever you're 70, 80 years old, you're gonna have a much more better situation by having a routine? That number is gonna be way up here if you're just doing a simple routine. Even if you're just walking, right? Every single morning, right? Girls call it a hot girl walk. Fellas, I don't know what to call it. A city boy walk? Like I don't know. Like, but look, in the morning, I love sun gaze. I know I did this routine for like a long time. I'm talking like a lot, but I'm just telling y'all, just like I just want to give y'all a glimpse into like what you don't see. When I don't open the market in the morning, this shit, I haven't done my devotion. Maybe I haven't done my breathing routine. Maybe I haven't done my sun gazing. Maybe I haven't done my 10-minute walk, my 5-minute walk, something. I got to get the body and the blood moving. I got to wake up and feel good. If I feel out of my slouch, I got to take boredom trades. And that will ruin you, like I said, as a trader. Like I said, guys, the small things compound into massive things. So make sure you're like, being really diligent on that. Now, after that happens, guys, last thing we're talk about is now the physical win. Boom, fellas, push-ups, non-negotiable every day. At least, how much y'all feel like we should do, fellas, in the chat? I don't want to prescribe you. I'm not a fitness coach, right? I'll say at least 30, 40 push-ups. 50? 100? Okay, no. No, I mean like in the morning, like throughout the day, 100 cool, but like top of the morning. Like personally, I do. So this is what I do, bro. I do my breathing routine, and then after that, I write out my goals and plans for the week. After I'm done with that, I put my notebook down. I put on some smooth music. Now I'm going up a little higher. I'm not doing jazz. I'm not doing lo-fi. I'm putting on something, with some push-ups, balcony. Good 40 fall. It's just to get the blood rolling for the day, right? Ladies, squats, abs, core, something. I know push-ups is kind of OD. Gym session, what's up? I'm gonna be real with you. I've been slacking, right? I used to go to the gym in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. Right now, I don't have time for that, right? I don't. Like, I go to the gym after now, but I want to get back to it low key. So I've been slacking. All right, so now, guys, now that we completed that, the spiritual one, the mental one, the physical one, where does this now lead us? Right to the money. Guys, right to the money. Guys, this is the statistic right here where only 10% of people make it financially. So imagine the probability of you being profitable if you approach your day with these three pillars before even getting to the money. You're now unstoppable. Now, what we're gonna do after that happens, we're done with our routine for the day. Now we can look at all these things for before, right? Very simple. I love somebody who can show me a sign of discipline. Once again, I love somebody that can show me consistent signs of discipline, right? If you wake up in the morning, early bird in the morning, and your partner is slouching, waking up at 9 o'clock, waking up at 10, by 9 o'clock, the Discord's already ate. What are you doing sleeping? Are you just a baddie? Are you a princess? Wakey, eggs and bakey. What? Money does not go to sleep. At least get up like before 8 o'clock. That's like bare minimum, right? So make sure, guys, before you get to that money, you have all these things done, or at least a portion of it, and you feel better trading. Like you will feel better. Like I don't know how to describe this, but you will feel better as a profitable day trader if you're challenging yourself. You're doing breathing routines, you're doing any routine, you're in the gym. The psychological piece of trading is what you need to actually make it. Now, after that's done, we can go ahead and approach the market with before checklist, the during checklist, and the after checklist, right? And if y'all want a picture of these things right here, I gotta make this smaller because we have so much things here on the during. It's kind of OD. I'm gonna raise this like this. 'Cause we got so much stuff right here. I gotta just like do it like this. So if y'all want a picture, this is a good picture right here. If you wanna, I definitely would write this like you don't have to write down all this down on notes, but like you want to kind of build a personal plan of execution for yourself, right? Everybody's different, right? Time blocking. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't want to yap y'all's ears off. I know you're probably thinking like Ryan, bro. It's 9:30. Stop yapping, bro. I don't even want to talk about the time blocking, organizing the day, because Lord, y'all gonna thinking that this is a bedtime story today. This is not what it is. I'm venting today. I'm really venting. Like I dead ass. Like I swear to y'all, like I was unprofitable for a year and a half straight. I didn't do none of this. Like I had to discover this the hard way. Like I had a late night session with myself and God, no one else. At this point in time, I had a girlfriend. It was like 5 years ago, right? I was in my room after a shitty trading day. I was like, bro, I'm ready to quit. I'm done. Like this is not for me. I'm down 40, 50 bands. Like, bro, I could have just like, I'm done, bro. Like, I'm done. Like, and I realized in that moment, I'm like, nah, I'm not going out like that. That's not who I am. Like, I'm not a freaking quitter. I don't just quit faced with adversity, right? So I did three different things. One, I picked up my Bible. I got into my spiritual realm, and I kind of understood that deep in my heart, I wanted to make money. Money for me was my master at some point in time. And I realized in the Bible, I believe in the second Matthew, they said that you cannot serve two different masters. You cannot serve mammon and you cannot serve God, right? Mammon's money and wealth and everything of the world, right? I realized I was serving mammon. I had no discipline. I also read in the Proverbs that basically, if you that it, like, look, when there's calamity, there's whirlwinds, there's thunderstorms, there's rainstorms, everything's crashing down. It said in Proverbs that then he will come to God, but God would not listen. because he only came to see God in times of calamity. So I'm like, dang, the Bible just clocked. What the girl said, the Bible just clocked me. I'm like, dang, I came to God and I was at my lowest, and I realized that you can't have an unconditional like relationship with your routines. You cannot have. I'm sorry. You cannot have a conditional relationship with your routines. You can't have a conditional relationship with your partner. You can't have a conditional relationship with God. Because if you do that, you're only going to God when things are going bad. It's already too late. Like you should have already had your faith. You should have already been organized. You should have already been disciplined. You come to God after everything's broken apart. Well, now you got to rebuild a town. How about whenever you have a leak in a boat, you go ahead and patch that leak up instead of going to fix the boat when the boat's sinking. That's not how it works. So I was like, wow, I need to get into my spiritual bag. Everything for me changed. And I organized. So that's the first thing. Picked up a Bible. And number two, I picked up a literature, so trading books, right? Books about psychology, right? The Candlestick Bible was what really started me, got me into this, to everything here, right? Trading in the Zone, a really good book for mindset and psychology. Very, very important. Number three, I built a money management game plan that I pasted on my wall. I had on my lock screen and I put everywhere in my room. My girl at the time thought I was crazy. I locked the door. I said, listen, don't come in here right now. I'm locked in. Let me show you what I did. And I'm gonna show you the truth what I did. 'Cause this is actually like kind of crazy that I'm going down memory lane. I had $2,500 in my account, right? I did a 6% game plan right here, right? I did this overspend here of 100 days, right there, on a withdrawal right here, every month on a withdrawal, $1,000. So essentially, what's going on to my trading career, and I'm gonna actually remove the withdrawal so I can show the transparency here. But for my game plan, it was very simple. Start my account bill at 2,500, go up to 12.5K, and then after that, withdraw $7,000. After I withdraw $7,000, this is actually crazy. I'm over here like going down memory lane for real. Like seriously, this is like some real. Like I can't even fake this. This is like I was in my room. Shorty thought I was crazy. Now I was locked in. So 2,500. I then grow up to 12.5K. After that, I would then withdraw 7,500 to 7,000 to 7,500. So 7 to 7.5. Okay. All right. This is levels in trading. You have levels. This is level one. After that happens, I withdraw $7,000. Now I'm back at $5,000 or 5,500. So now my baseline here is 5,500. All right. Stay with me here. 5,500. Now on scale here again to 12.5K. That was my sweet spot number. And over time, the more money that like you're able to compound and put into your account, the faster you're able to get to this number right here. It got to take you 3 weeks, it could take you 4 weeks, however long it takes. My goal is to actually keep paying myself. At this point, guys, I was down like $50,000. I was like, bro, like, what's going on, man? I read books, I locked in, and I came back, right? Same thing right here. Withdraw right now, less money. Now go right here and withdraw like $5,000, for example, right? 5K. Now you're back here to 7,500, right? 7,500, right? Now you can continue to raise your baseline, right? After you can do something 2 different times, you can then prove, hey, I know what I'm doing. This is called the wash method. You're washing your money. You're starting on a certain level, you're growing it, you're withdrawing it. You're basically tricking your mind that, hey, you're basically telling your mind that hey, I basically lost money. So I had $12,000, now I have $5,000. So I'm gonna naturally come back to get my lick back, right? But you actually are putting that money into your banking account. So some people they want to grow their account from 5K to 5 million. And then if you want to do that, all power to you. Me personally, that's not what I did. I had to get it like brick by brick personally. The staircase, was working. The elevator right now is too crowded. Staircase was definitely working. Now for me, 7.5K now, I'm growing my baseline now to 20 bands, $20,000. This was tougher for me. But now you have a lot of capital to be able to risk manage your money and keep on scaling and launching your account. So let's just go ahead and pause for 1 second, right? Let's say you never go from $7,500 now to 20 bands. Now, right here, you want to be withdrawing $10,000. And this all sounds very, very good. The work is sold separately, right? Now you go down here, $10,000. So let's stop for 1 second. Let's think about this from like a full-time perspective. If one day you want to be a full-time trader, I want you to be researching something called TTS, which is tax trader status, right? Quickly show y'all if y'all want to just see what it is, what it means. You're basically saying that, hey, trading is like my main source of income and a significant portion of my income, right? Different tax benefits. This is a whole different conversation. But now let's talk about it for 1 second. You pay yourself now $7,000, 5,000, and 10,000, right? That's going to be $22,500 paid to yourself to the good, right? Now, if you're negative right now into your trading career, don't try to get everything all in one go. It's not going to happen that way. And once you have that mindset, the market can feel that from you and they're going to take everything from you and more. Get everything back brick by brick and build a real profit plan and don't be out here guessing. When I was losing, I went to the Bible, I went to other forms of literature, and I went to my trading plan. I didn't cry. Well, actually, I think one day I did cry. Oh snap, man! I remember one day, bro. It was back whenever Drake dropped that fair trade. Honestly, that sounds like a fair trade to me. No, 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 no. Bro, I was in the shower. I was with my ex girl at the time. She noticed something was off with me. I never show my emotions. She knew. She was asking me questions. She was like, "Oh, can we get popcorn?" Oh, and I'm just like, "Listen, I'm down 10 bands today, bro. Like, bro, no." So one day I snapped. I'm like, "Listen, I can't do this right now. Like, I had a shitty trade day. Like, don't even talk to me right now." She told me to go to the shower, take a hot shower, and put some Drake on. All I was listening to is honestly, that sounds like a fair trade to me. I think I did shed a tear in the shower. So that was like the peak of my trading career, right? I'm sorry, not the peak. That was like like the ultimate lows of my trading career. I never really shed a tear before that point. So I felt like quitting. But I knew I should not quit. I knew that there was more for me. So that's kind of what I did. I don't know why I felt like sharing that story, but I'm just telling some transparency today. She said I cried last week. Oh Lord, chill out, chill out, chill out. We only can cry if like we literally are completely and utterly lost. Like I cried because I feel like I literally was in a trade. I watched it go from being in profit, like $1,200, to be down at 500, down 2,000, down 4,000, down 6,000, down 8,000. At 8,000, I was like, nah. It went from 8,000 to being down $4,000. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take the little L right here. Move on. Do you feel like I moved on? No, no, no. I wasn't doing all this. I wasn't doing this. I wasn't disciplined. I'm just like I'm a feather in the wind. The wind just carried me along like a feather. I have no control over myself or the market. I went from being down 4K to being down 10K, right? And at 10K, do you know what happened? I went to cut my loss. But guess where that was at? $0.01 per contract. I just burned money, burned, just gone. I felt like what am I? I felt clueless, and because I wasn't disciplined. You see what I'm saying? Having a routine that brings me all back to this point today, right? Now, by the grace of God, I can say last month I made $50,000 trading in a month, and I paid myself that same amount of money on the 2nd of December. And when I share my withdrawals with y'all, it deflects and be like, oh, like we getting bands over here, like get you like, nah. It's to show y'all that like when trading, you have fruits of your labor and you have times of learning. I lost $50,000 before I quit 2 times. Now I make that shit in a month. My friends, I ain't trying to be cursing no more. But I'm telling you, it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. Right. And I've been very humble with my trading career. Unfortunately, 2026 is the year to be popping it. So right now, I'm at a spot right now where I realize that I'm not looking to be seen. I'm looking to get to this money in the market. I'm gonna be honest. I'm be honest. I'm taking a vacation to Nigeria. I'm resetting my mindset because it's like a lot of poverty in Nigeria, honestly. And I'm gonna just humble myself in this vacation. I'll be back in the New Year's. When I'm back, hey, it's go time. And for you guys as well, you should be getting prepared for the new year right now. Like right now, don't wait until January. Don't build a routine in January. Don't be disciplined in January. Don't start a breathing routine in January. We're supposed to be locked in, right? This is the time right now. And if right now, if you're struggling right now, I'm gonna be real with y'all. If right now you're struggling, you can make it too. I promise you. But it does take you to have a bit of perseverance through hard times, to be able to persevere through those hardships. Right. And I'm gonna answer some quick questions from the chat, but I'm gonna hold your hair this long. This is supposed to be a 30, 40 minute long class, but I felt like someone needed to hear the message authentically today. Someone needed to hear this today. Somebody. I had created the whole slideshow, as you can see, like created like everything, like all this. We don't need no slideshow today, y'all. Talk from the heart. You see what I'm saying? We don't need this today. This is some real stuff. Yo, who feel like you actually needed this message today? If you did, put a W or put a fire in the chat if you feel like you need this message today, or like you need this class. Okay, okay. We cooking right now. Late night, we cooking right now. At 9:30 right now. We're cooking right here with all the students out here really cooking. Dropping game on psychology, the mindset, everything. Come on. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And that's why I feel like y'all, this market is could be, I said it's probably like once a quarter. Trading can be the biggest blessing, or it could be a wicked witch that just keeps on taking and taking and taking from me. Keep taking from me. It's like putting money into a trash can, just burning it on fire and just burning it, right? Now you're gonna have a portion into your career where it's gonna feel that way, right? But if you're learning, if you're disciplined, if you're building routine, you're gonna shift signs from the unprofitable side to the profitable side. Once you're profitable, I'm telling you from experience, life is good. Like people are some of them are very humble, like, oh, it's not about the money. It's not about the money, but money does build freedom. If your most loved member right now of your family was in the hospital, God forbid, and right now they needed 50 bands to get out of the hospital, and you have 50 bands to save that person, money is for damn sure very important, right? So in trading, you have the power to literally build your lifestyle. Like you can literally build your. It takes time though. You have market tuition and you have slippage. Market tuition is the money that you have to lose sometimes to become profitable. And look, it's okay. We'll pay $50,000 for a degree at a college, campus to get a degree for a job. We'll pay that. But in the stock market, people lose $500 in the crime. You're just paying tuition to get a career as a full-time trader. Slippage, though, is what you can't be doing too much. Right? We have slippage is the unfortunate reality for some traders, right? Because we're all human here, right? We want to make a lot of money and we want to lose small money. Sometimes you can know every single thing here, BDA, risk management, everything, but you could still slip up sometimes and deter yourself away from your trading plan. For some odd reason. So limit your slippage, right? Limit your market tuition and focus on building a routine, guys. That's my time today, guys. God bless you. I hope you have a blessed day. Hope you all enjoyed today's